Hello everyone, this is Vikas from the Vtiger platform team, and today I'm making this video to show you how we can use the VTAP, the Vtiger low-code platform tool, and connect with Amazon Lambda function or Amazon Lambda services. So what is Amazon Lambda functions? So basically, Amazon provides you a service where you can run your code virtually uh, on any type of application or the backend service. You can write your code in any language, include any libraries that you are familiar with, and without really worrying about the underlying servers. So it's an amazing service where you want to perform something, but without really having a server. So now, what are some of these use cases where you generally will feel the need of such services? So let's say you want to do some log analysis of the events, or you want to track something as a user action into log files. Then you can use these functions and pass these informations to other Amazon services like CloudWatch, logs, and events. Or let's say you want to process the S3 objects and change the format and send it out to another service. Or let's say you want to perform some complex operation which your application needs, which is not possible out of the box, like CRMs and ERPs. And those complex operations response, you would want to again use it back in your applications. So in this video, what I'll showcase is I'll showcase how you can basically call the function and perform an operation in the Lambda function, use those the response of the Lambda function, and update in Vtiger a record, a contact field. We will update a contact field in Vtiger. And this is all will be done using the low-code tools that are there in Vtiger. So, we will basically, what are the steps for this? So first thing we would do is we would build and create an Amazon, a Lambda function, and deploy it. Now, these Lambda functions cannot be directly accessed from the web application. So you need to use their another service called as API Gateway. These API Gateway gives you an ability to access these Amazon Lambda functions by creating dynamic endpoints. So Amazon API Gateway will give you these endpoints. Once these endpoints are deployed, then you can call these endpoints from any applications. Next, what we will do is we will then get back to Vtiger, and we will use the low-code tools in Vtiger to create an API. So our low-code tool name is API Designer, from where we will create a REST API and call this Amazon API. This the API that we have created in the API Gateway. Now, again, our goal is to update in Vtiger. So, what we will do is we will use, we will call these the REST API from our JavaScript API and update it in Vtiger. So I'll show you how this will be done. So let's just see the demo here. So first thing, as I said, we will be creating and deploying a Lambda function. So which I have done here. I'm, for the sake of just demonstration, I'm just doing a simple, very, very simple operation, which is adding a couple of field information and then sending the response to the server. So here I've created a small function which using the Node.js, and it is doing a simple operation. Once this function is created, I need to save it and deploy it. Once this is deployed, now you cannot, as I said, you cannot directly access this Lambda functions. You need to make use of the API gateway. So it provides this API gateway, another service. So I have already created an API here, and I'm calling the Amazon the Lambda functions here. So how this can be quickly done is, let's say, let me create an API, REST API. I'll build one, and let me just give a name to it and create an API. Once the API is created, I need to know for which method this I'm creating. Let's say I'll do it for post. And here you get these options to call your Lambda function. So my Lambda function name is sum. So this is how you create the API, and this would give us an endpoint. So I've already created this. You need to create and deploy it. There's another step to it. So again, I will not go deeper into this one. And once, let's say, I've deployed it here, so it will give us an endpoint, something like this. It's a random URL that they'll give. So I'll copy it here. So now our API is ready. The Lambda function is ready. The API is ready in the Amazon service. Now we need to get into Vtiger to call those APIs. So they will come to Vtiger, and in the menu we have platform and we have API designer here. Again, API designer tool lets you create custom REST APIs. So we'll create an API, REST API here. Let's say we'll select contact, and let's say call it as Amazon Lambda add, and save it here. As soon as I save, I get a screen where you can see it's an editor. This editor, now here you need to define the API, and you need to call this API using some XML nodes that we have defined in VADL. And to understand a little more on how this VADL language works, it's basically a set of XML nodes which Vtiger will understand and convert the API call. So this again, you can access vtap.vtiger.com to get more details on it. And all our details are there here in the VTAP resources, VADL. Okay. So let me quickly come here, and now let me define this API here. So all the APIs are defined under API node. And I'm basically creating a REST API. So I'll say REST. I'm creating this as a post method. So we have get, post, put, delete. So you can use those methods here. And every endpoint basically has a URL. Every REST API has a URL here. And it will have parameters. So now this URL is the URL that the gateway has provided here. So let me copy it here and paste it here. And we need to pass a couple of parameters which will be used for computation. And the name of these parameters are something like this. And their value will come dynamically. So at the rate says that the value will be coming to the API dynamically. So the same thing I'll just pass to. So I think this is done. There's this one small thing. We need to pass this as raw post data. So I'll just make this as true. Again, this is based on your preference. So once this is done, this I'm saving and publishing it. Once this is published, this API is actually ready here. Now to just test whether this is really working. So there is the playground. Just let me just refresh your, okay, it's here. and playground. Now it gives you these inputs. You can test this by passing, let's say 10 and 10. Yeah, you can see now this response that you're seeing is actually the response that is coming from this the Lambda function that we have defined, and it is getting connected to that Lambda function through this API here. Now once we have this, now what we want to do is we want to use the response and update in Vtiger. So what I've done in the contacts is I've just created a bunch of fields here. Let's say value 1 and value 2 and sum. So the value sum is basically the sum of value 1 and value 2. So now the user would come and generally, let's say he would input the data here, right? He will input the data here and he will not input data here. Automatically, this will be calculated by the Lambda function and it will get updated here. So the user will click on save. So we need to now listen on the save function and then call our Lambda function and automatically update the sub field here. Now, listening on the user actions and performing some operations on the user interface of Vtiger is done by another tool called as Module Designer. So this Module Designer lets you, let's say, add a button, add a widget in Vtiger, access data from other external system and then show it in Vtiger or update it in Vtiger. So this is now we will be doing update. We will be calling them is on the Lambda function and then updating the sum here. Let's see how this is done here. So let's, okay. So again, this is under platform module designer here. And then we have here the modules. So let's say I'm actually updating a context. Let's come to contacts and I'm creating a tab script here. So let's see, I'm just giving a name to the script and I want it to run only for contacts module. This is again will give me an editor where it will show something here, which is basically in Vtiger terms, we call it as a component here. And to listen on any user action or to create or add a button to Vtiger, we start listening for all the registrations in a function called as created. So this is the kind of, you could say, the starting point for doing any actions on the Vtiger interface here. Now, as I said here, the user will come and click on save. So we need to listen on the save to go and call the Lambda function and then update the sum. So I will come here, I'll say VTAP. There are now these are the JavaScript functions that we have. We have something called as VTAP.event.register on record underscore saved. This is the name of the function. And then we have a callback as a second parameter. So what this will do is this will listen on the user action and click on when it is clicked on saved, and then it comes here. Now, once it comes here, we want to call our Lambda function. To call Lambda function, we have another API called as custom API.post. I had actually created this as a post function in the API gateway here. So let's call the post function here. And then here also we have given the name as post. So we'll take the name that we have given for this API here, and we will call it here and pass it here. Now this API needs a couple of parameters. Remember again, @val1, these are the dynamic parameters that we need to pass this to this API here. So we need to pass those here. We'll say val1 is, now these values again will come from user input. I'll probably do something here. So how do we access these user input user data or the data belonging to this contact? So since I am doing a record save, the record save is happening on the contacts module here. So all that information basically is there in this record here. So you can access record and you can access this information. There is a name to this field, which is here. I'll just copy this and then paste it here. Likewise, then I'll say val2 will come from, I'll again come here. I don't know what the name is. It's just val2 cf underscore. These are our internal names, which are very essential. So these are the two pieces of information that we need to send to Lambda function. And once it is executed, again, we get a callback. I'll just say Lambda response. Now, we would get our response in this, and the response format is a JSON here. So you can see this is the exact response that we will get here in our JavaScript callback function here. So again, this is we need to parse this information. So I'll say result is, or I'll say sum is JSON dot parse of sorry, the response is coming in this dot content. So actually it is inside the content here. I want to get hold of this here. So the content is a JSON data here. So once I have access to this, now I want to update back this record and update this field here. So for this, we have another API called as Vtiger.api.post and record. So this will go and update a record. So to update a record, I need an ID. I need the ID of this record that I'm updating. So that is accessed using, again, when we are registering, we have the record. So we'll have access to the ID. And then we need to update the field. Now I don't recall again the name of the field. I'll come here, do an inspect, copy this, pass it here, and then pass my sum in its part of dot body dot result. And then now I need to also say to which module it belongs. So these are the parameters that I need to pass. So let's go over again. So this will listen to the user action when he clicks on save. We want to call the Lambda function. This will call the Lambda function. And then we will get hold of the response from the Lambda function and then update in Vtiger using this API, vtap.api.post of records, and pass the information, the ID and which field we want to update. So let's say if the response is there, I will just print, I'll just show notification. So let's say success notification. successfully. So I save it, Control S for saving it. And there is something called a save and publish. So once you save and publish, the function is ready to do its work. So I'll come back to, let's say, contacts. I'll just refresh the page once. Now, because we're making changes in the user interface, we need to refresh it once. Once this is refreshed, let me just edit it here. I will see 100, 200. I'll not do anything. I'll just click on save. I'm expecting some to be auto-populated. Okay, I see a message here, Lambda function executed successfully. So let's go and see if it is really updated it. Yep, you can see it's updated. So this is how we can use the tools, the API designer and the model designer tool to create an interface with the external APIs and do anything in Vtiger. You can either display this information in Vtiger inside a widget, or you can update records, update fields. Yeah, so these are two powerful tools that lets you do a lot of things, and it definitely opens a lot of possibilities of integrating. So yeah, that's all I had for this video. I hope you like the video, and in case if you have any questions, please do send an email to platform@vtiger.com, and we will respond to you as quickly as possible. So I hope you like the video, and in the coming days you'll see a few more videos which will show you how you can use the platform to power up and build custom solutions for yourself and your customers. Thank you.